Hello everyone, welcome to class series, and in this video we're gonna be learning the short summary of our poem Water. The poem Water is by C.S. Rani. It describes the problems faced in the rural Andhra Pradesh. Dalits are considered untouchables by the upper caste people. Dalits always live outside the villages. Their living places are called Vadas. The upper caste people do not allow the Dalits to their places. The Dalits were not allowed to even draw water from the wells. Dalits rose against this social injustice, but they were neglected by the dominant castes. The poetess very effectively describes the pain and problems of the Dalits. This narration makes us feel the pain of humiliation which the people of Vada just undergo for a pot of water. The poetess says that water understands and no other human being understands their feelings. As water always goes from a higher to a lower level, it easily understands Dalit's problems. The edge of a well where women draw water never dries, and in the same way, untouchability will never dry because even today it is practiced in many areas. Water also knows the discrimination between upper and lower castes, likewise Negros and whites. It also knows the difference between Samaritan woman and Jesus Christ. Water also knows the many differences between a cobbler and a weaver. A cobbler works with the leather to produce footwear, and a weaver works with a spool of thread to make the clothes. The poet also describes the pain of a Panchama, the lowest caste in the ancient Varna system. Water is the witness of all exploits made on the list. An untouchable has to wait to draw water from a well until an upper caste people comes and gives water. When a Vada girl waits, an upper caste person will pour her water from a distance, but will fall all over her in his lust. The water is personified and also recalls the incident when a Dalit woman named Suvarthamma from the village of Karamchedu, who came to draw water from the tank, saw that the upper caste boys were washing dirty buckets they had used to feed their buffaloes directly in the drinking water tank. So when a Dalit boy asked them to stop washing the buckets, they went to beat up the Dalit boy. Suvarthamma protected the Dalit boy from the upper caste boys by lifting her pot. This resulted in a big quarrel between Karmas and Dalits. Water has witnessed all these quarrels until now. The poetess remembers the time she spent at the Vada for a glass of water throughout the day. She tells that water is a movement and not the chemical formula of HO. She also remembers the Mahad struggle at the Chadar tank, which became a symbol of bloodshed for a drop of water. Because of the lack of water, people of Vada used to take bath only once a week. The narrator also remembers how she had gone to fetch water from a distant irrigation canal in her childhood and how her veins were bursting while carrying the pots on her head. She also remembers the Malipalk village incident when the village caught fire and was burnt as there was no pot of water to extinguish the fire. Water, which has the capacity to give life or destroy it, had destroyed the villages in coastal Andhra and Tamil Nadu in the form of a tsunami in the year 2001. She also reminds us of how water creates struggle between states. The poetess ironically says that water, which can ignite struggles and strives letting blood flow, can sit innocently as if nothing has happened inside a Bisleri bottle or became mineral water in a Pepsi bottle. Finally, the poetess concludes that the water for which many lives were lost, many wars were fought, has now become an international commodity. With water, every person lives, but then everybody is destroyed when struggles are happening for want of water. This is ironically questioned by the poet in this poem.